lied to your whole life. Since childhood, they said discipline is willpower, waking up early, checking off to-do lists, pushing through laziness. Like it's a surface-level habit anyone can master with good vibes and positive thinking. But that's not discipline. That's decoration. Real discipline is war, brutal, internal, and relentless. If you don't govern your mind like a commander at war, your indulgences will overrun you. Most people don't fail from lack of desire. They fail because they surrendered. Their minds are crumbling cities ruled by impulse, sabotaged by distraction. These people aren't free. They're slaves pretending to be sovereign. Machiavelli saw this clearly. He didn't write for dreamers. He wrote for rulers. In his world, the real world, power belongs to those who stay composed in chaos, to those who impose order where none exists. For Machiavelli, discipline isn't a virtue. It's not a lifestyle. It's a weapon. Without it, both king and peasant fall. The moment you stop commanding yourself, something else takes control. A weaker impulse, a louder emotion, someone else's influence. Life, like a throne, is never vacant. If you don't sit with absolute control, something else will. Discipline isn't about doing what you feel like. It's about doing what's required, no matter how you feel. If that offends you, stop here. But if it hits something deep, keep going. You're not as powerless as they made you believe. This isn't a pep talk, it's war prep. Discipline isn't motivation, it's mechanics, systems, self-rule, the ruthless design of your inner fortress. Luck has no power here. Machiavelli saw discipline as state security. When a leader, or mind, becomes undisciplined, collapse starts from within. The undisciplined mind is a traitor. It whispers comfort when you need command. It reacts instead of planning. It kills ambition with the illusion of ease. In The Prince, Machiavelli writes, "Good order in militias is the origin of good order in the state." Translation, your mind reflects your life. If your thoughts are chaotic, so is your path. He understood what most won't admit. The mind is fragile. Without discipline, it decays. Pride, fear, desire, they don't knock. They live inside you. And if you don't control them, they control you. Machiavelli didn't care about your title, only your sovereignty. Everyone who seeks power over their life must master this. Self-command or collapse. You don't need motivation, you need control. You don't need goals, you need a regime. He saw the mind as a military. Most people lead undisciplined armies. No strategy, no order, no chain of command. That's not a life, that's mutiny. You can set goals and make promises, but if your impulses ignore your commands, nothing changes. Your troops desert you the moment it gets hard. In Discourses on Livy, he wrote, "The orders of a wise captain are not obeyed by undisciplined soldiers." That's not just military insight, that's psychological law. If your mind is a mob instead of a militia, emotion overrides every strategy. You say you'll focus, then scroll for hours. You break your own codes before the battle begins. A small, trained army will always defeat a massive, chaotic one. Same with your thoughts. A few disciplined ones can dominate thousands of scattered ones. How often have you failed, not from lack of talent, but lack of control? You knew what to do and still didn't do it. That's not fate, that's failed command. Military discipline doesn't care how you feel. It acts, it executes, it endures. It's waking with resolve, no matter how tired. Acting when everything screams, stop. Silencing maybe later, with one word, now. Discipline is the wall between dreams and decay, and Machiavelli knew. No wall builds itself. Modern culture mocks structure and worships feelings. That's why so many fall. They chase comfort and call it freedom, but they're ruled always by fear, distraction, softness. You want sovereignty? Then command yourself like a general. Train your mind like it's your final line of defense, because it is. If you fail, it won't be because the world was too harsh. It'll be because you were too soft to prepare. And when the flood hits, it's too late to build the wall. Machiavelli divided the world into two forces: fortuna, chance, chaos, and virtù, skill, discipline, strength. One destroys, one defends. Which one rules your life depends on what you build today. So if you're done waiting for change, hear this. Virtù doesn't wait, it acts, it fortifies, it conquers. The greatest lie culture sold you is that discipline is a vibe, like it's journaling intentions, buying planners, or sipping tea by a vision board. These are symbols, not systems. And symbols without action are distractions in disguise. Machiavelli didn't care about rituals, only results. He knew appearances can be faked, outcomes can't. Some people perform discipline, They speak the language, use the buzzwords, but collapse in private. They abandon the mission, then call it self-care. That's how empires fall, from within, not by war, by rot. The disciplined mind doesn't need hype. It needs structure. And it begins with one rule: no loopholes. Give yourself an exit, and you'll take it. Make one exception, and you'll make 10. Discipline isn't proven when things are easy. It's revealed when they aren't. And most people crack. How do you become the exception? Build rules so clear they cut through excuses. Start here. Limit your choices. Freedom sounds noble, but for the undisciplined, it's poison. Too many options create chaos. Machiavelli would say, a ruler who can't limit his indulgences will be destroyed by them. The disciplined mind isn't a playground. It's a fortress. You wake up and follow a plan, not from fate, from strategy. Your actions don't consult your feelings. They obey your orders. When the alarm rings, you rise. When it's time to act, you act. When distraction tempts, you crush it. That's not rigidity, that's power. Most people live as emotional democracies. Every feeling gets a vote, but in a disciplined mind, feelings don't vote. They follow orders, and if they step out of line, they're corrected, not coddled. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. Discipline means deciding once, then sticking to it, no matter what. You're not making daily choices. You're executing orders from your higher self, the one who made the plan when your mind was clear. That's a regime, one that doesn't collapse from the inside. Most people wait to feel ready, but Machiavelli would tell you, readiness is a trap. If you wait, you've already lost. You act, not because it feels right, but because delay is defeat. When it's hard, go harder. When it's cold, move faster. When no one believes in you, become someone they regret underestimating. Discipline isn't about proving others wrong. It's proving to yourself that comfort no longer commands you. And once you do this, comfort becomes irrelevant. You stop chasing it. You stop needing it, because the goal is no longer comfort, it's conquest. Now let's talk temptation, your quietest enemy. Modern life is engineered to kill discipline. Every app, every ping, every shortcut is built to hijack your will. Machiavelli would warn, a ruler who ignores the enemy's weapons will be overthrown, and your enemy is distraction. So what do? Eliminate it. Don't manage it. Don't negotiate. Eliminate. Delete what weakens you. Silence what softens you. Cut off comfort when it threatens progress. That sounds extreme? Good. Extremity is the cure for indulgence. The more you strip away, the more strength you uncover. Discipline isn't adding more. It's removing what makes you weak. You don't need more tools. You need fewer temptations. You don't need better motivation. You need fewer exits. That's how you win inner command, by removing the enemy's leverage. Every time you choose the harder path, you vote for your future self. You tell your mind, I'm the ruler now. And once your mind sees that you'll act regardless of fear, feelings, or fatigue, it falls in line. You don't have to fight forever, just long enough to win. And when you do, it gets quiet. That's the part no one tells you. Discipline isn't suffering, not forever. Eventually it becomes peace, power, silence, because the war's over and you won. But until then, fight like everything depends on it, because it does. You will never feel free in a mind that betrays you. You will never build anything lasting while distracted. You will never become truly dangerous until you can face temptation and say, not today, not ever. This is power. You don't discover discipline, you build it. Not during clarity, but during chaos. Not when it's easy, but when it hurts. Not when you're motivated, when you're numb. Anyone can be disciplined when inspired. Only the sovereigns stay disciplined when they're empty. And those are the ones who win. Not the loudest, not the flashiest, the most disciplined. The ones who don't flinch, who don't wait. They move first. And in a world of hesitation, that's all it takes to conquer everything.